could really go south.
I'm here a perfect 11-0. Yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard breeze.
And he has to hold just about every Saints passing record, doesn't he? I mean, I can't imagine someone else has one.
No, in some cases, probably doubling or tripling the man close.
That you have to do, and then some in terms of preparation, staying with it in the game. I think he actually likes going to meetings. That's how much he loves the game, and he's always ready to play. He might actually play until he's 50. It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, when line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet you still have to be physical, and that's what they did on the first play.
On second down, here's Breeze. Surveying the field. Look at the time. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. 9 yards.
So what's the old expression that quarterbacks like to use when they decide to throw the football? I'm looking for either a touchdown or a check down. And he took the check down on that play, and it worked almost to perfection.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We talk all the time about how important it is to have leverage in blocking. It's also a big part of policing up gaps. Did you move someone out of the A gap? Did you move them out of the B gap in order to create space for your guy to run? In this case, all those gaps were shut down.
Yeah, the movement was defensive, and they got him for a loss. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. So the D-line's going to spread out.
3rd and 11, 5 in the secondary now.
Nickel look. Now Breeze on 3rd down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, your first drive of the first quarter, you get it down there, try to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
And he'll find some space up to about the 25. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they certainly got dented with that first down run, so now they've got to be back on their heels a little bit as a defense.
To throw on second down is Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And they're 6 yards away from picking up the first here on second down. Here's Stafford now on second down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup, then it'll be second down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford goes underneath for Bell. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. They run with a 5th-round man, Paul Perkins. And he's brought down. So an even first quarter on the scoreboard, but the threat of points on the horizon. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Stafford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. And the seemingly endless drive continues.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? Stafford looking to throw on 3rd. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Oliver with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Lions are in for 6.
An excellent, long, sustained offensive drive. And now they can look across the field and see a defense that looks a little bit beaten down. Right now, as an offensive coordinator, you're thinking to yourself, can I dial up the knockout punch?
It's up, it's good, and the Lions lead 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going.
Brandon Cooks. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. Touchdown, New Orleans. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there. Really
good balance, really good body control. And how about the end result? A touchdown.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Saints defense, we watch them get set to go. And they gave up a touchdown last drive. You kind of need to hit the reset button after every touchdown given up, Charles.
I love that. And the way that you phrased it is perfect because from series to series, you can reset how the game is going to go. If you gave up a touchdown before, it doesn't mean you have to do it again. And if you made a great play before, you have to reset again anyway because they're going to attack. So I love the way you phrased it and put it out there. That's what they have to do in this series.
It's not like when you're playing a video game. You can't hit the reset button here. Let's go.
No, you shouldn't anyway. That's for sure.
It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
No, that wasn't an explosive run. That wasn't one that took it all the way to the house. But, boy, for a team that's had trouble running it the entire game, that's the kind of run they need, hopefully, to get themselves kick-started.
On second down, here's Stafford. A dump off to the flat for Perkins. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. The Saints with an extra defensive back here on third on the field.
Could they blitz?
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that little deke, the Jew,
able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball. But no second-guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he connects with Ebron. And he takes this one down all the way near the 30.
Personal foul, face mask, defense.
And a big face mask penalty here, 15 yards.
You never want to get your hands up in the face mask area because your fingers can get tangled up there, and that can hurt you as a player.
And the 8th play on this drive coming up. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. So we've got a 2nd and 5. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Eric Ebron, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have taken the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Prater on to add the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Set to return. This is Brandon Cooks. And he'll have good starting field position as he's up just shy of the 40. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. 8 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Now Breeze on 3rd down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. On 1st down, Breeze finding time. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Ready. 95, 56. 56.
Breeze will try again on 2nd down. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both sides had thought a certain call had been made. Now they have to flip back and start over.
Here's Breeze. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a really nice tackle.
He's got time. It's complete to Fuller. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we send you on over to Orlando. Well, that came a little abruptly here. Still working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the 3rd quarter now. Roberts on the return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. They'll run it now out of the gun. Ooh, with a juke. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
On second down, here's Stafford. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage, if he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover it for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
It's caught, left side, Bolden. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but they have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks. Those guys are worth their weight in gold.
On the run, it's Oliver. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
3rd and 1, partner. No need to be fancy there. Just use some force and move forward and pick up the first down.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. This will be caught at the 2. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Brandon Oliver, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Prater to add the PAT. It's good, and it's 21-10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
12 yards on the pickup, and the Lions are going to have a first.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football? Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense if that fell harmlessly to the ground. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Lions go for it on 4th. It's Stafford. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. A critical error there in a tight game to the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing, and he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 20.
How do you cover? Do you go with the bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with the quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. Caught by Snead over the middle. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. He's got time in the pocket. Time for a break. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. He's back to throw. Surveying the field. To the sideline, and oh, a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
All right, say it with me now. There are a lot of different words we come up with. Maybe we go back and forth after that play, getting his toes tapped down to make that catch. Crafty?
Yep.
Wiley? Oh, definitely.
All the veteran names.
You name it. Has every move in the book and continued to get better throughout his career so he can make that type of a catch.
Thomas, the intended target, and that brings up 4th down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. We get a look at the Saints defense as they file into position. They do have all 3 timeouts remaining, but a first down likely ends this thing.
And it looks like they are.
And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. Stafford going to throw it. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. Stafford now to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, the spin. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Given 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
For so many years, I was convinced it was a myth, you know, because you always hear about the smaller running back. Oh, he gets lost, you can't find him, and sometimes that's part of his genius. But it's true. You get behind big offensive linemen, the defensive line guys trying to find him, trying to peek around people to see him, and he gets lost. But this guy gets lost in a good way for his offense, picking up big yardage.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front, and a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. And he is in for the touchdown with no time remaining. And Charles, we're a 2-point conversion away from overtime.
And that won't be easy.
No time on the clock. Are we going to overtime, or does it end right here? We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block, and he's going to be sacked. They came after him. He couldn't get away. And this remains a 2-point game. Wow, partner, let's take a moment here to catch our breath. What a finish. They did get the touchdown that they so desperately needed, but they also had to have the 2-point conversion. They couldn't get it done.
And we got to start keeping oxygen tanks up here with us, don't we, when we have games like this? But as you noted, such a dramatic ending. They got the points they needed to put themselves in position. And then the last big play, that effort, and they come up just a bit short.
And the defense in that situation, you're on your heels. You're reeling offense for the momentum, but boy, credit to them for stepping up, getting the stop.
Without a doubt, finding a way to finish off the game and a win for their team.
So for the Lions, the streak continues as they push their mark to a perfect 12-0 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, it was a win they needed to turn the season around, but instead, they fall to 5-7. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching.